I sailed on the beautiful Princess Cruises Sun Princess ship and I had an absolutely amazing time. Yeah, there are people out there who are hating on this beautiful ship, but haters gonna hate. I absolutely loved it. I had a fabulous time and I would sail on Sun Princess again in a heartbeat. I sailed on this ship with my husband and we went to almost every dining venue on board. Some were absolutely fantastic, some and some actually surprised us. Now, would I eat at all of these dining venues again? Nope, but some of them actually made the repeat list, so let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Carrie and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am a cruise addict, a travel agent, and your go-to gal for all things cruising, cruise tips and tricks, and real talk reviews. If you love cruising, make sure to subscribe to my channel as I drop new videos every week and you don't want to miss out. All right, let's get into dining on board Sun Princess. There are tons of venues on board. Some are complimentary and included in your cruise fare, and some cost extra, like the specialty dining restaurants and the casual dining restaurants on board. One of the first things that we love to do when we board a cruise ship is we love to have lunch right away. You've already paid for that in your cruise fare for day one, so you might as well have that free lunch on board. We started by hitting up the eatery buffet, and this was absolutely fantastic. One of the first things I noticed as we were walking into the eatery is the hand washing station. I love that they have this. What I love even more than the hand washing station is that the workers in the eatery actually serve you your food. So there's the plastic barrier between the passenger and the worker that completely covers the food. It's like a sneeze guard, but it goes all the way down and over. So you cannot reach through and grab any of the food. You just let the worker know exactly what you're wanting and they'll put it on your plate for you and then hand you your plate once you have gotten everything at that station that you're looking for. I was pleasantly surprised in the eatery by how many different dining stations they have. They have labels above each of them. Now, I am gluten-free, but my husband isn't. So we have two different dining experiences when we sail. The Mexican station was my absolute favorite station. Mexican food is my all-time favorite food, from tacos to nachos, all of that. So this Mexican station consistently had great food. They had Mexican rice, black beans, pinto beans, different fajitas, and then they had toppings galore. It was absolutely amazing. So I would get a ton of different options when I was able to eat here, and then I had some tortilla chips on the side. Highly recommend that Mexican station if you sail on Sun Princess. My husband's favorite place was Red Ginger. This is more of an Asian vibe. He was able to get both a rice dish or a broth dish based on what they were serving up at that time. We did eat in the buffet quite a bit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which was great. A lot of people tended to eat there for breakfast, so the tables did fill up quickly. There are definitely alternatives. So what I recommend is right outside of the buffet is going to be the Americana Diner, and this is going to be empty because they're not open in the morning for breakfast. So there's tons of tables here. So just stock up on all the food you want from the eatery and then head to the Americana Diner to grab your table, or there's a lot of tables right outside the buffet where you get the beautiful ocean view and ocean breeze, and then you can have your breakfast out there as well. As I mentioned, the Americana Diner is right outside the eatery. Now, we did not eat here. I did go to it and check out the menu to see if there was anything that I wanted, but there was nothing on the menu that really stuck out to me as something that I was wanting to order. But it is a great option if you like this kind of American fare. If you do want to eat here, it is complimentary and it is included in your cruise fare, so you're not going to have any extra charge for eating in the Americana Diner. For dinner, we ate in the main dining room just about every night. Now, we prefer to do the traditional dining where we have a set dining time every night. On Sun Princess, this was either at 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. When I'm at home, I typically eat dinner anywhere from 5:30 to 6:30. So eating at 5 p.m. wasn't an issue for us. That's the time we chose because by the time you sit down, you order your drinks, you order your appetizers, it's closer to 5:30 before you get your appetizer. So that was totally fine for us. But if you don't like eating at that time, definitely choose the 7 p.m. or you can do flexible dining where you can make reservations at any other time or just show up and they'll seat you if they have a table. But the traditional dining works great for us, especially because I'm gluten-free. It's very important to me that I get the same table and the same waiter every night so that they get to know me and my food allergy. It just makes life so much easier for me. Pro tip about dinner, and this really could apply to lunch as well. Eat every meal that you can with a salad. This is really going to help your digestion. When you cruise, if you're anything like me, I'm eating a lot heavier foods, a lot richer foods than what I normally do at home. So having that salad helps my digestion tremendously. Or having fruit if you can, like having fruit in the morning so you can get fruit plate for dessert. That's very beneficial. So you'll see in all of my videos, I'm usually always saying I'm starting off my meal with a Caesar salad. Since I am gluten-free, I do have to order my dinner one day in advance. The head waiter would tell me consistently that they can make pretty much anything on the menu for me gluten-free. So they made chicken parmesan, chicken cordon bleu. They made the fettuccine alfredo, which is fabulous. It's so, so good. Now, the beef in the main dining room, that's a hard pass, bro. A hard pass. I tried a beef dish on 2 different occasions and I thought it was disgusting. I don't know if it's the type of beef they're getting. I don't know if it's the cut of beef. It was beef tenderloin, but it just was not good from the texture to the flavor. No. Now, my husband didn't like the beef I got the first time, but he didn't mind it the second time. So again, it could just be me. I am not a big red meat eater, but I for sure won't be getting beef again. So I just stuck to chicken and fish for my mains. And I had no regrets sticking with those. The desserts in the main dining room were also really good. I typically don't order desserts because it's very limiting with gluten-free, but Princess Cruises came through. I never had to order dessert. They just surprised me each day with whatever they had, whatever the chef had made. And they did a lot of things with like white cake. They did chocolate cake. My favorite was an apple crumble. They also did cheesecake, which was fantastic. My husband, who is not gluten-free, had tons of different dessert options also, and he loved all of them. We did eat at one specialty dining restaurant on board called Ume Teppanyaki. While the food was great, we absolutely would not eat here again. Now, we did the Ume hot pot experience, which is like a hot bone broth where you cook different vegetables, different meats in there, kind of like a soup happening, and it's really good. But the ambiance, yikes. This was the worst ambiance at any restaurant I have been to on any ship. This includes all the restaurants that are free and all the specialty dining restaurants. This was the worst one. It was so incredibly loud. For some reason, they decided to have their Ume hot pot tables right next to the hibachi tables because at Ume Teppanyaki, you can either say, I'm going to do hot pot or I'm going to do hibachi. And if you've ever been to hibachi before, they do a show with the spatulas where they're banging and flipping things, but they took it to the next level on Sun Princess. The cooks were shouting. They were singing really loud. They were banging their spatulas. It's like they thought the louder they were, the better time people were going to have. Now, if this was just like a 15 or 20 minute thing they were doing, okay. This was from the start to finish. They were still loud as we were leaving. It was so bad and so loud. My husband and I couldn't have a conversation. We could not hear each other, and we both left with headaches. So while the food was absolutely fantastic, not being able to have a relaxing meal because it was so loud in there made it not worth it to me whatsoever. We asked the waiter about it, and he said a lot of people complain about the noise there, but there's nothing that they can do about it. They can't move the hot pots anywhere else on board. So they know it's an issue. They know it's loud, but it is what it is. So if you don't mind that kind of ambiance, if you don't mind it being loud in there with the hibachi station next to your hot pot, try it out. The food is definitely worth it. It's very, very good. But if you don't like loud spaces, just give it a hard pass and pick another place to go. All right, let's talk about the snack shack options that are on the same deck as the pool deck, also known as the Lido deck. I love these options. There are so many of them and they have extended hours. So you could get them until well into the evening, which was great. So let's start with Lido Greens. This was one of my favorite places to eat, and it's a place where you can come and get salad. The veggies were so fresh. They had grilled chicken, lots of different dressing options, and then fresh fruit as well. Next to that, you have the Lido Grill, where you can get hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries. I was also able to get a gluten-free bun, which was great. Lido Tacos then served tacos and shawarma. I was able to try the tacos here, and I didn't like it. I felt like the taco shell tasted a little stale to me. It was kind of bland. I liked the other food better, so I only tried this once. Then my husband tried the shawarma place 2 different times. The first time it went really smoothly, and the second time, for some reason, he said it was taking so long for them to get him his food. Lastly, on the pool deck, we have Lido Slice, and this is where you can grab pizza. They have a lot of different fresh pizzas ready to go where you can just walk up and ask for a slice of whatever you're feeling. For me being gluten-free, I was also able to get a pizza that they were able to make fresh for me. So I always go with pepperoni and mushroom. And every time I would get that gluten-free pizza, people would be like, oh, that's a cute little pizza. Where did you get it? What kind is that? And I was like, oh, it's gluten-free, but if you can eat regular, I recommend that because you can just get it right away instead of having to wait. But people were very interested in that little gluten-free pizza. Speaking of pizza, we also ate at Alfredo's Pizzeria. This is a casual dining spot on board. Because we had Princess Plus, we were able to eat at 2 casual dining restaurants while we were there. If you have Princess Premier, you can eat at them unlimited. If you don't have Princess Plus or Premier, then there is going to be an extra charge. They have a pretty good sized menu with a lot of different options from antipasti to pizzas. To start off, I did start with a salad. I know, no surprise there. And then we tried this hunk of mozzarella with pesto on it, which was good, but I don't know how they think one person can eat this huge of a hunk of cheese. I then ordered a gluten-free pepperoni and mushroom pizza, which was great. The crust was really thick. I did like this pizza better than the pizza that I got at Lido Slice, that snack shack option on the Lido deck. It just tasted a little higher quality to me, and I liked the flavor of the crust better. But what's up with them not cutting the pizza for me? I'm gonna need that cut, bro, but I'm super glad you had faith in me and this butter knife you gave me to be able to cut the pizza on my own. My husband, who's not gluten-free, got a regular pepperoni pizza, and he did think it was really good, but we are not bougie pizza people, and so he didn't really see very much of a difference between the pizza in Alfredo's versus the pizza at Lido Slice that he could get without having to wait, so he thought both were good. Then for dessert, I went with a panna cotta, and he got a cannoli, and they were both great. Lastly, we tried out Ocean Now Delivery, and this is where you can get food and drink delivered to you anywhere that you are on the ship. They also deliver it to your room, and this is where you're going to use the app to place your order and then let them know where on the ship you want it delivered. It is super convenient. It is not fancy food. It's more of like a snack food option. We ordered Ocean Now Delivery a few times. We never had to wait more than like 30 minutes. I got a club sandwich and I was able to choose gluten-free bread, which was great. I got a side of fries and a side of fruit. Now, the first time that I ordered it, I just did the sandwich that came with the fries, and it came with like hardly any fries. So I was like, okay, if you're just going to bring me 5 fries, then the next time I'm going to order an extra side of fries. And they brought me so many fries. It looked like they brought me an entire potato field. It was hilarious. Now, the food was good, but it was not as good as the other venues. It tasted a little bit more bland to me, a little bit more simple. So it's good for a snack option. But if you're out and about, I definitely recommend, if you want something quick, hit up the Lido deck first. Those are all the places that we ate on board. Overall, it was a great experience. But just like any other cruise line and anywhere else you eat, there's going to be dishes that you love and dishes that you don't like, places that you like to go and places that you don't want to go again. And that's exactly what we had. So would I eat at Umai Teppanyaki again? Nope. Would I eat at the taco place again? No. Would I eat beef on board Sun Princess again? Hard pass, no. But I would 100% eat everywhere else. It was really good. Let me know in the comments, where's your favorite place to dine when you cruise? I hope this helps. I'll catch you on the next cruise.